In today's Money Monday, it took 6 years of legal battles, but the family of the late superstar Prince has finally reached an agreement regarding his estate. And that gives us another reason to drive home the point about the importance of having a will. Kyle Wingfield of Finley Alexander Wealth Management is here with more. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm happy to have you here. You know, a 2020 Gallup poll showed less than half of Americans have a will that describes how they would want their money and estate to be handled upon their death. So, Kyle, why don't people understand just how important this is?
I think people don't think they need to do it, or my favorite is like everything in our lives. We say we're going to get around to it, and then it's too late.
Yes. Okay. Well, explains what happens when you don't have a will, when you say you're going to get around to it and you never do.
Well, a couple of things happen. I mean, if we want to look at it from the court scenario, you go through probate, and sometimes when you go through probate, it could cost your estate up to 10% of its value. That's an unnecessary cost. But I think the bigger piece is that it can cause infighting, drama, debates. People come out of the woodworks. It's very public, and so at that point, what you want to happen doesn't happen. You're not here. You don't have any control.
So, how about an elevator pitch of why people should plan? Can you give us one?
Well, I don't know if it's an elevator pitch. I would say that planning is the function of making sure what you want to see happen happens with a very clear path to success that also acknowledges that the future is unknown so that it's dynamic and you can pivot.
So what if we don't know where to start? Because again, all of this can be very overwhelming, whether you are young, just starting out in your career, or later on once you have kids, or even if you don't have kids and you're just trying to make sure that your loved ones are taken care of after you pass. Where do we begin?
That's a great question. I love that question also. Like, where do you start? Because people are probably watching this or been thinking about like, okay, I want to do something, I want to get it done. The best place to start is just to grab, like I'm gonna do this, grab a Saturday morning or whatever morning you have free, right? And you want to get all of your financial accounts, where are they? And then look at all your beneficiary designations. That's the first place to start, right? Then you could start to seek the services of maybe a legal professional and say, hey, I need a will. How can I do this? And there's different ways you could do it. You could go ahead and get some of those will in a box, or do it, electronically yourself, or you could actually contact an attorney. My point is this: get your beneficiary designations correct on all of your different financial accounts. There's different beneficiary designations for different styles of accounts.
Okay, and then for these tips and a bunch of other tips,
Right.
we can
Yeah.
just go to finleyalexander.com. Can you talk about just that wealth of information that we can find if we go there and click on the links?
Yeah, so if you go to finleyalexander.com, just go to the resource page. I've got estate planning in a box, right? The
Yeah.
little report, just a checklist of what you can do, and doesn't cost you any money. But let me tell you something, it'll save you a lot of pain and effort in the future. So if you grab a Saturday morning, grab estate planning in the box checklist, and you get it done. At least start there.
And I love that you just give away that information. You just want to make sure that people have it so that they know what to do with it. And then if they want to take a further step, of course, they can contact you directly. Kyle Wingfield of Finley Alexander Wealth Management, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.